Hi everyone. On the 6th of February 2025, I had a weird dream. Even now, I'm still in the process of trying to understand what was that really, the deepest meaning of that dream. But I'm going to share with you guys so that maybe you guys maybe you've got a better understanding of what I dreamt. I think it was about it was 6 a.m. It was 6 a.m. in the morning. I dreamt I was like in a city, then from a city, I was in a village. It was just like a continuous long dream. I was in a village with people. And in that village, like, it was like an old type of village, like. And while we were busy, because there were people that I was working with. Like while we were walking across that small village, it had like some houses like white rooms. It was a village, but in the white. But it was like it's a village which is in a jungle, like, because it was surrounded by trees and mountains. So I could see, I'm in a village. And I could see there was even some like the traditional houses that we have here in Africa, like huts with white walls in that village. So while I was in that village, Jesus appeared. And he appeared like from my right side. My right hand was when I was standing, it was like on the right. He appeared and like came towards me, like just like came towards me. Then he said, I am going to open up Purgatory. Then he lifted his hands, one hand, like I think his right hand, like what? He lifted his right hand. And when he lifted his right hand, me in my mind, I was still confused with what is Purgatory like. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, is this some kind of rapture or what? Because when he lifted his hand, there was a big crack, like on earth. Then that crack led into a very round, big, deep hole, big hole, like big. And the clay was a bit like grayish clay going down, and you could see that there are like some kind of steams, like not, I don't know, can I say steam, what? But it's just like some steam. And in my mind I was thinking, because the word Purgatory, I don't really understand what does it really mean. I've heard it, Purgatory, because there's a person who likes watching, or who likes researching more and watching films and stuff. I've heard the word Purgatory long back, so I knew Purgatory is something to do with Catholics, because they were the one who believed in those things. Me, I come from a Pentecostal church. So as in Pentecostal church, I grew up in Pentecostal church. They don't teach about Purgatory. They only teach about heaven and hell. If you die, it's either you go to hell or you go to heaven, or either you go to heaven or you go to hell. There's nothing like, we don't believe much in Purgatory. So when Jesus was talking about Purgatory, I was like a bit confused. Then he say, read these letters. I have chosen these people. And yes, he did explain to me why he has chosen, but imagine in my mind, I don't know how it slipped my mind. But he told me, these people, I've chosen them. So at the same time, I'm thinking, he's chosen these people how? He's chosen them like, is it Judgment Day? But I can see no. this is not Judgment Day. Then I think maybe is it rapture, or maybe is he saying is he chosen them from rapture? But I can see no, this is not rapture, because there is a hole that is opened. And when you were saying what read this letters, there was like a round basket which is white. The baskets like we use at church. We usually use at churches for people to put offering, those big baskets like with a round clock down, with like a round fabric around, like white sail thing. It was like that. And when I was talking, I was like getting elevated, like I'm like a person who's standing at a platform. And now I'm now looking at what? I'm now looking at Jesus at a what? Like it's like at my, it's now like at my feet level. And he said read these letters. But there's something that I want to notice with, I think those letters, I don't think I was alone, because there was a group of people that I was with, which were also going with me. So when I open my hand, a letter comes from the basket. I read this letter, and these letters, they sounded like a petition. But when you're reading this petition, you feel the emotions, like you feel what this person is going through when he's right. You feel it. It's like it's a direct, you feel. I remember one of the letters, it was from the guy called Mark. He said, my name is Mark, I'm 33. I used to go to the Bible studies on Thursdays. Like Thursdays, some like studies Thursday, what groupings. And he was talking, Lord have mercy on me, please Lord have mercy on me. Like you could feel, when you are reading that letter, you could feel his pain, like his what is agony, whatever is going through. You could feel his petition. That's how we read these letters. Okay. And when I finish reading, if I finish reading a person's letter, that person will pop up from the big hole that is going to the Purgatory, and that person will just pop up and come to life. And when I was reading, and it seems like as time goes on, I could see, no, we are now like many people who have been assigned, and we are busy, we are reading. Every time I'm reading, people are like popping up. Like that village was now filled with so many people praising God. So many people were busy praising, and they were so happy, crying in excitement. There are some people in my mind I could remember. I remember there was the guy called Obi. From is it Enoch State, but in Nigeria there. There was a guy called Obi from Nigeria, like Enoch State. There was James from UK, Scotland. There was a girl from Botswana, I forgot his name. There was somebody from Malnikaland, Zimbabwe. There was Teresa from Portland State. Is it in America? There was someone from Tswako. I'm not sure where Tswako is coming from. I think it's most probably either maybe South Africa or Botswana, or any of those Tswana areas. But what's so unique about it, I think the reason why he said read, he wanted me to understand why he chose these people, and I could also understand their petitions, and I could feel the feelings that they had when they made that petition. Some letters were white, some letters were a bit pinkish, and something still in I think some things that looked like some like stains of tears, like just hard. to understand. But the only thing that I was in the dream, but I was failing to really understand what is happening, because Tina, as a guy who grew up from a Pentecostal church, we never taught about these things about purgatory. So it was just something that I've heard. It's something that I had to sit down and watch the internet and start to study. What is this purgatory all about? What is this purgatory all about? Then I noticed, good to know, the Catholics, they believed in those purgatory state, a state where they decide whether maybe you die, maybe a lukewarm, whatever person, and you go through that waiting process. But all I know, yes, I feel like the Catholic people, they are also misinterpreting purgatory in their own beliefs. Some they even say, maybe you have to pray for those dead people, and possible maybe get a bit of an amnesty or whatever through their prayers or whatever offering. I don't know. It's just weird how they interpret. But me, what I just noticed, it's a state where people, they make petitions to God, and that's why I said I've chosen them, because if you see all these letters, they all had a petition to Jesus, and they all had to explain the good things that they were doing. They had to explain for Jesus that Jesus, have mercy on me. I used to do this. I do this. But the most weird thing is that they sounded a bit present. Those letters, like they were not in past tense, but in present. That's another weird thing. They were also in present form. That's another thing that I'm trying to understand. Why were they like in present? But me, I could see, no. These souls were coming from the pit of purgatory. So most likely, maybe it's people that have passed on, and maybe Jesus has just remembered them, or maybe they are Christians. That's another big mystery.